Now, as a small business owner, you've probably looked around at tools to help you manage your social media marketing on the day-to-day. Now, one of those tools that you've probably come across is Meet Edgar. Doesn't it look great? You can store all your content, you can repurpose it in the future, it can go out to multiple accounts on different schedules. It is awesome. Unfortunately, the price tag is not so much. And so that's why today I wanted to show you a quick tutorial on how you can use Buffer and Pinterest as a low-cost workaround to again help you store up all that content and repurpose it, but without that heavy price tag. I hope you enjoy. We will need the computer for this one, so I'll see you over there. Now, as you can see, I've already signed into all the accounts we'll be using today: Pinterest, Buffer. I'm going to be posting to my own personal Facebook page so that you can see the outcome, and Canva, which we use to create all our graphic content here at C4 Compete. Now, the Pinterest and the Buffer account I've set up are brand new just to protect our current clients' content that is shown in our accounts, obviously. You will notice that the Buffer account is the free version. You can use this as a free alternative, but of course our intent is to create a way that you can store a huge amount of content that you can repurpose to multiple accounts and schedule in advance, saving us time and money that can be freed up to engage with our community, build our community, and really help guide them from a social mindset into a transactional one. So with that in mind, the awesome plan by Buffer is only $10. It allows you to connect multiple accounts and schedule a huge amount of content in advance. And of course, the one benefit that you don't have with Meet Edgar is that you can schedule to Instagram and Pinterest, which aren't options on Meet Edgar itself. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go to Pinterest and we're going to create a board. We're just going to call it Pinterest tutorial for now. Now you can choose whether you want it secret or not secret. I tend to upload content in bulk, so I don't want that all going out on Pinterest at one time. I would prefer it to be staggered so that I can reach more people at the preferred time, the optimum time for my audience and our audience here at C4 Compete. The other thing is that I prefer to have some content exclusive to certain platforms, so I don't want it all available on Pinterest publicly. And the third reason is the whole idea behind this tutorial is to use the Buffer extension to pull in the content from Pinterest and then post it or schedule it out to other accounts. Now, sometimes you're going to want to schedule text content, but of course, Pinterest is a visual site, so in order to store it and be able to reuse it and repurpose it over time, you want to have some sort of graphic in there, even if it's a blank square, just to store it in Pinterest. You can remove it when you pull it into Buffer, and I'll show you exactly what I mean as we go through this tutorial. So those are the reasons I use to keep it a secret, but you may want to keep it not secret if you're happy with all your content going out on Pinterest first. So I'm going to go ahead and click yes, and I'm going to click create. Now I should mention that you need to have the Buffer extension, the Chrome extension installed in order to go ahead with this method. So I'm going to assume that you've done that, or you do that as you go along with this tutorial. Now the next step is to add our content. So I'm going to go back to Canva where I have a post ready and waiting. And as you can see, I've already put in our a little post and our watermark here. And what I want to do is I want to click download and download number 7. Okay, so our next step, go back to Pinterest and we want to click this little plus button, although you can just drag. You can drag and drop your pin, but I'll just show you this way. Upload a pin and choose your image. And you want to save it to our secret Pinterest tutorial board. Now you can find it here. You'll click see it now, and then what we want to do is we can edit it. So you can add a link to your website if you wish. For this, I'm just going to add some text. Now this would be the content that I would want to post alongside the image. As I mentioned, when you're on the Awesome plan, you can also post out to Instagram. So what you can do here is you can actually preload the hashtags you intend to use so that they're there and waiting if you ever want to post to Instagram. Now I always save these and then I could just paste them in. So I'm going to go ahead and paste, and that's in there, and then I just click save and we're good to go. Now again, you need to have this buffer extension installed, but once you do, if you hover over, you can click share image. You've also got it here and here. So if I click share image, you will see what happens is it pulls the image in. Now we also want to pull in the content. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and copy this, and then we click share image and we paste it, and we can then post it out. Now of course I don't need these hashtags in here for Facebook, so I'm going to go ahead and take these out. And of course if I just wanted this to be a text post, that blank square that I normally put in here, I would just X off and it would be good to go. So what I could do is I can add it to the queue, I can add it to the top of my queue, I can schedule the post, or I could share it now. Just to show you how this works, I'm going to go ahead and click share now. Now remember, before I do this, that if you are connected to multiple accounts, you can post this to, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. You could schedule it out to Instagram. Of course, you'd want to do that separately to keep the hashtags in. And you could do that in one go, and it will go into the queues and the schedules you've preset for each account, so they'd be different. You can also go in and you can shuffle your queue and buffer to make sure it's not the same content going out on multiple sites at the same time. So we're going to go ahead and share now, send in our update, and we can just go ahead and check that it has appeared here. And here we go, our content is there. Now that's great because we've shared it once, but the beauty of it is that our content will lie here forever in our little Pinterest tutorial board. So in a couple months from now, or in the future where I want to schedule this out again, or I maybe want to change the context of it, so I could go ahead and do the same process but maybe change the content of it, have something different in here, I could go ahead to do that, click add queue, and we're good to go. So it takes a little bit of work, and it's just the same as Edgar does really. You have to input your content, but if you do that and you add the graphics and you have your accounts connected and your schedules preset, it's a very easy way. Now I truly hope you found that valuable. If you have any questions, please do reach out and let us know. We're here to serve you. Never forget that you have the power to change the world. Change the world. One connection and one conversation at a time. Much love from my heart to yours, and I hope we speak soon. Have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world.